Okay guys, I'm trying something new for this video, something that I'm not really used to, but I'm gonna give it my best shot, and here we go. I've really had a long day. Never thought I'd ever see a long break, but then I have to step up and eat a steak. I never was one to give a break, never was one to leave and walk away. I never stopped dreaming, and I never stopped beaming through the lights, but I do walk, and whenever I walk, I leave a shine. And I shine like a star in the sky. And see, I would do something like that, but that's just not me. So I try to do, like real shit. So it'd be something more like this. I had a long day. My pup got sick. I didn't know what to do, so I went to my mom's. I called the vet, but all the vet could tell me is it was parvo. But I knew that just wasn't true. So I turned around. I called back again. Tried a different station. Tried a different shelter, and all they could tell me is liver failure. And I looked at my pup, and I could see her eyes weren't swollen. Her eyes weren't red. They weren't even condensed to even being half dead. So I turned around and I started feeding her formula. I gave her a little bit of baby food through a tube, and then I turned around and I said she'd never wear a tutu. Very next day, I expected to wake up and she'd be dead. But to my eyes, she surprised me when she woke me up at 2 instead, and then she started playing like she wasn't really even dead. So I looked at her and I said, look, it's no time to play, but I'll get up anyway and I'll feed you and I'll love you and I'll let you lay right beside me in the bed. I got up later that day and started playing on the Wii. I had as much fun because it's only free, and fun is only as fun as you can take it to be. But then you sit down and you realize that there's not much to be. I lay my head down and go to sleep that very next night. I never could believe the things that I heard in the night and the things that my eyes would play at, but I only knew it was on my mind playing repeat of everything that I've ever dealt with in my past and my life. And now I gotta sit back and realize that it's all just a big one, big dream that I gotta realize someday that it ain't even true anymore. It ain't even me. I'm a new me. I never stopped realizing the me that was truly. And that's what I would do until the day that it wasn't true. But then I sat back and I realized I got new family, I got old family, I got family that's not family, I got friends that's family. I got blood that isn't blood, I got blood that is blood. But then you sit and think about it, and how does that make sense, man? I gotta say, it doesn't make much sense to me, but at least it's life, at least it's me, at least it's who I'm supposed to be. I wake up realizing that every day is no longer a dream, it's actually reality, in the day that we live, in the day that we breathe. And another reason why I mess up, guys, in raps that I'll be coming out with is because I used to have a really big speech impediment that would cause me to stutter uncontrollably, in some words that I'd want to say don't come out the right way. So you'll have to forgive me as I go along. I sat back and I think back on my life just a year ago. I was supposed to be someone else's, but that wasn't really true. I think back further and I realize all the times that I messed up, and I start to regret and regress all the old fears that I used to have. But then one very special person put me all through that. And then I realized she had my hand through it all. Even though she was never really there, she was with me in my dreams, she was with me in the air. I couldn't stop breathing, but I knew that she was just there. And then I sat back and I relapsed all things that I said and do, and to this day, I dip. I don't really drink anymore. I don't smoke weed. I don't do pills. I only sit there realizing what I have to do in my life, realizing that I have to get myself together before I'm dead and gone. So one thing that I am saying is, if you got some things you need to work out, let them work it out with you. Don't let it, don't let anybody else try to slow you down. Be the you that you gotta be. I sat and I looked at this world. I realized that half these people don't even know what true love is. Because I went to message this one girl just the other day, and she's like, "Whoa, hey, wait, I got a boyfriend," and I'm like, "What are you talking about? All I did was say hi." And she's like, "The only people I talk to are my friends," and I asked her what's so wrong with making new ones, and she has the audacity to take a reply to me saying, "I already have friends. I don't need no more because my main friend is him." And I said, "So you're telling me that the one thing is true is that you have to have one friend and one friend to be true to who you're with. But the thing of it is, if you didn't think about cheating, you wouldn't even tell somebody, well, I have a boyfriend, unless they step their boundaries. But then you have to step back and relapse all the things that you just said to realize that you're still talking to this one person that you said you couldn't stop talking to him. That's my point. People don't know what true love is anymore. They think just because they're with somebody that they gotta stop talking to everybody. And then I sat and looked at it. Hey, how's it going? I'm good. How are you? Life's been crazy. Yeah, it has for me too. Yeah, I wondered when we'd see each other again, or even if we could even just hang out just for a little bit. And then you have to say, oh, I don't think that he would like that very much, but when in real reality, he's my fucking cousin. He's like more than that to me. He's my brother. And you're gonna sit and tell me that he wouldn't honestly care if I took him came over and seen you and him at the same exact time, in the same exact room, in the same exact place. And then you have to say, well, it's not really him. I just want nothing to do with you. And that's another point. People who you think are friends turn out not to be friends. That's it for this video. If you don't like it, that's okay. I did my best, and I'm going to practice on it, try and get better. By the way, as you can see, I'm standing outside, no paper in my hands, all that was just off the top of my head. But I figured I'd make my rambling a little more interesting. See you guys.